Hello guys, I'm back again. It's the same day, like I just said I was going to make another video, and this is me making that video. That was really awkward. Oh, I feel stupid now, I'm sorry. That was so stupid. So in the last video I just filmed, I said I would talk about obsession. What you feel when you obsess. And if I realize I have two, like, screens on my glasses, I am sorry. I can turn this one down a bit, but that doesn't turn this one down. I don't exactly know how to turn this one. Oh, there we go. Can I do it? Ooh, there we go. Okay. I got this shit. Okay, I think I got this. Okay, I can't go all the way down this one. I cannot see them. Okay, go there, go there. Okay. Hopefully that worked. I can't go any farther down on either of them. I can't physically see anything on the screen. And I can barely see you guys right now because the screen is so dark. And I have a lamp on me. That is, like, extremely bright. But then you can't really see me. So, can you see me? Or extreme brightness? Or there we go. I adjusted it. It works now. It's against my screen. You can still see me. Woohoo! I feel like, wah! Okay. This is really awkward. But some people don't actually know what the definition of fangirling is. Fangirling or obsession. The actual definition of fangirling is the reaction of a fangirl. The reaction of a fangirl to any mention or slight or citing of an object of her affection. So, like, if you have a girl who fangirls over, like, oh god, Dan is on fire, and she sees that you're watching Dan, she might start fangirling, like, oh my god, you're my best friend, I love you, now you watch Dan, and I'm fucking my hands a lot again. So that's what fangirling is. But, like, when I was talking about my obsession in the last video, sometimes when you have an obsession, you don't realize that you're having an obsession. Like, when I was having a Black Veil Bride obsession, I didn't see it as an obsession. I saw it as, I'm part of the fandom. I'm just not getting the fandom. I kind of want to see what it has to offer with the stories and the music and everything and the characters of, like, the band members and stuff. Well, what I didn't realize until after a while, when I started getting different music that was in the genre from Spotify and Pandora, is all I talked about for months was Black Veil Brides, Andy, Ashley, Cece, Jinx, Jake. I mean, I talked for months just about those people, nothing else. Like, I'd come to my dinner table, I'd be like, do you know what Jake tweeted today? Do you know what Andy tweeted today? That was my life a few months ago, was me saying, do you know what this person tweeted? Do you know what this person tweeted? And my family kind of hated me for a while. Yeah, that's what happened. Take my advice. Don't have an obsession that big. And then I realized, like, when I started watching Dan, I was like, this is interesting. But what people don't realize is when they come out of an obsession, they're just like, this is kind of neat, but not as neat as before. Like, their obsessions become their life, and then when they start getting into other things, like, when I started getting into, like, Panic! At the Disco and Sing Simons and PTV after listening to Black Veil Brides for a while, like, it was interesting. And as you can tell, I had an obsession. I keep saying their name, and that's my big obsession I've had with Black Veil Brides. That's why I keep saying it. Yeah, I'm still getting out of that obsession. I'm more into A Day to Remember and writing stories about all bands now. But I sometimes wonder, what if I hadn't have had that obsession? Would I still, like, I'd still be friends with people I know, but would I have met the new people who like the band that I would have met? Like, if I hadn't have joined the manga club and had an obsession with anime, would I have met the people I met there and have been friends with those people and they had a great time? Or would I have been the awkward girl standing in the back having an obsession and not showing it? Like, if you're having an obsession, express the expression. Express the obsession. Don't be like that awkward girl who sits in the back of the room. I've been that girl before, where you have a huge obsession and you're so afraid. You're so afraid to talk about it. And then you sit down and you talk to people and you're just like, I'm not the only one who has this issue. Awesome. And then as soon as you guys talk it out and you guys get over the obsession, you guys got, like, best friends and enjoy other things. Like my one friend, Jillian. I knew her from Manga Club, and then we sat down and talked one day, and we just talked. Like, we didn't talk about manga at all. We had so many other things in common. Just to find out that 2 days later, when we came back to school for second trimester, we'd have the same foods class. I mean, the things that you learn, people. Like, if I hadn't have been the awkward girl that I was when I started doing Manga Club last year, I might not have been in it still. Because I was the awkward girl and I didn't put much input, I got more out of it. I'm not saying go be the awkward girl and you get more out of the meetings or the club or whatever, but be yourself at these clubs. Don't be the awkward girl in the corner who just sits around. I have a friend who did that for Manga Club. She loves manga, she loves anime, she loves all of it, but she was so afraid to go out and talk about it that she sat in the corner of the club and just sat there. She looked miserable. I had to drag her to club some days. And now, because she's talked to me about it, and I've had her talk to people about her obsession and how to control it and not be over-obsessed and want to kill people, don't ask, then, like, she's become different. She enjoys the club. She enjoys going to meetings. Now, I don't have to drag her anymore. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing to drag your friends to things. I mean, you might have to a few times just because of those things that go on at clubs and stuff, and they'd be like one day, like, I don't like it. I don't like this anymore. And then you drag them back the next day, like, oh my gosh, I love this. This is amazing. How did this happen? And they just, something changes in people when they do stuff. Things change. If they don't like anything anymore, you can't be mad at them for not liking the same things anymore. You can still have that obsession together. It's just different parts of your lives. And I've realized I've now gone off the topic of obsession and gone into, like, being friends with people. This is my life. I do this. I have obsession with YouTube. Like, if you were to legit look at my Google Drive, because we have Chromebooks and we use that, you would see a whole bunch of random band stuff. And this light is bothering me now, and that's really bright in my face. Okay, that's better, I think. No, it's not. That's worse. And that's going like that now. Okay. So, like, it bothers, like, some people, like, if you were to look at my thing, you would notice a whole bunch of, like, random band stories and stuff in my Google Drive. You'd be like, what does this girl do? And then people who know me are like, it's her stories. She writes. Her way expressing her fandoms and stuff. But, I mean, you can't blame somebody for having an obsession. Like, I've had people come up to me like, oh my gosh, I have to blame you for my obsession. It's like, you can't do that. Just because I showed you a band or something does not mean you can blame me for your obsession. Like, I showed my one friend, Bring Them Horizon. She now blames me for her obsession. I no longer talk to this girl. Like, that's how bad it got. She would be yelling at me every day for no reason. Be like, oh my god, it's your fault! I mean, I just don't see the point in it if you're just going to sit around and do nothing all day. If you're just going to keep fighting about it, how you blame them for your obsession, I just don't see the point of having the obsession then. It's not going to red. What? Okay, I don't know what I do in my videos, to be honest. Like, if I feel like I've pooped topic for a video and then I just kind of spiral out of control. I have nothing, like, you could look at my desk, I have nothing in front of me besides my hands. Okay, I'm done. But, yeah, I would do the Sex Against Congrats, because like I said, I was going to do a video of YouTubers thing at the end of this day, every day, but, yeah. You know what's happening? I talked about fandoms, and that's something Dan does. I'm not doing the Sex Against Congrats. No. Goodbye!